for our Duffy's 5 Instagram page here. And I'm working for our Duffy's on church YouTube channel here. Sorry, I didn't do the watching earlier because I was talking to my church friend here. That's him a question, and I was waiting for his call back. So now we're good for the rest of the day here. So right now we're gonna watch the Tucson Rodeo Parade 2022. Here, you guys missed it this year. We're gonna watch it, or gonna make it out in person, or missed the broadcast. We're gonna watch it together right now on YouTube for a bit and stuff. And then after that, then we're in the live stream for today. Okay? So I'm going to turn the camera around here. So yeah. Give me a second here. Give me a second, where's there? Give me a second, so I can turn the camera on YouTube if you guys are ready here. And now we're gonna count on here, and you guys can watch the Warrior Parade, okay? So enjoy. Yeah.
Motorized parade became a drive-through attraction. The wagons and the colorful displays returned, except this time it was the crowds doing the riding and rolling.
Not quite the same, but still a welcome sight for those who couldn't let the year go by without their rodeo fix.
And now it's back. Today, the streets will once again be filled with colorful wagons.
Marching bands and colorful heritage.
Join us now as we saddle up.
HSL Properties is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the Tucson Rodeo Parade. HSL Properties, it's about community. Gear up for the rodeo at Cowtown Boots. Come in now for specials like 10% off Cowtown brand adult boots. Plus, we have select kids boots starting at $29.95. We have select adult straw hats for $29.95 and select belts to match starting at $59.95. Cowtown Boots has you covered from head to toe, just off the I-10.
And it brings us all together where the mountain ranges meet. Sing it, AC, my home, Southern AC, my
home. Once again, welcome to the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. Our broadcast this morning brought to you by HSL Properties, and we are getting things kicked off. Members of the Palm Line from the University of Arizona are carrying the parade sign this morning. They're Isabel, Annalise, McKenna, Shelby, and Geneva. The color guard for the Tucson Rodeo Parade is traditionally presented on horseback. So they're following right behind. Flags are carried by members of the University of Arizona rodeo team. They're carrying the flag of the state of Arizona and our Star-Spangled Banner. Here is this year's Grand Marshal of the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. It is U of A basketball coach Adia Barnes, and she is just captured everybody's attention here. As a player, she led the Wildcats in many statistical categories. As coach, she's led them to within one spot of the national championship. Off the court, she's a community champion with the Adia Barnes Foundation. Joining her family, members of the U of A women's basketball team. Thank you, Coach Barnes, for all you do. And there are some members of the basketball team right behind her. They have just really been killing it this year, and it's really been fun to see how Tucson has come to support the team in so many ways. So congratulations, Coach Adia Barnes, for this year's Grand Marshal.
Yep.
Now, in their 118th consecutive year, from the University of Arizona, the Pride of Arizona Marching Band. Under the direction of Professor Chad Shootman, the Pride of Arizona is one of our nation's premier college marching bands. Let's take a listen. Well, I'll tell you what, that puts you in the mood for parade, doesn't
I
it, Brooks?
know. Talk
It
about a
does.
marching band, and the colors just get you all. They look so professional and ready to go. And we have coming up right after the marching band. Here they come. 104's the rodeo
Oh,
parade
wow.
chairman, Marshall Stewart.
Accompanied by his wife Janet, they're riding in a carriage made in 1906 by Chauncey Thomas, a blacksmith in Boston. Marshall worked at his house for 2 years restoring this carriage, then returning it to the Rodeo Parade Museum. As a retired band director, Marshall started his parade career when he performed with the Doolin Junior High School Band, continuing throughout high school and the U of A.
Wow, that's so cool. And that's one of the neat things about this parade is all of the historic wagons that come through. Hey there, Marshall. For 30 years, he brought his high school band to perform. Between performing and his participation with the committee, he's been involved in more than 60 Tucson rodeo parades, and he hopes that everyone enjoys the largest non-motorized parade in the U.S.
He's been around. Following Marshall is the Tucson Rodeo Committee Chairman Mark Baird, a great guy. He's currently the rodeo chairman for the 2022 and 2023 Tucson Rodeo. He's been a resident of Tucson since 1970 and also went to CDO and the U of A.
Wow, he's been, for a while, he's been hanging out with the parade crew too. Here we come with Congressman Ann Kirkpatrick. Congresswoman Ann Kirkpatrick, representative, was born and raised in rural Arizona, moved to Tucson to attend U of A, and has performed a lifetime of service for Arizona families, including being right here with the rodeo parade. And you may know she worked as a prosecutor, starting her career in the Pima County Attorney's Office before going on to serve in Congress. And she's on the Appropriations Committee, by the way. She works to ensure Arizona's priorities are represented when our nation's funding decisions are made. So that's a big job.
Absolutely. Here in this red wagon is the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, the 355th Wing Commander, Colonel Joe Turnham, the Vice Commander, Colonel Paul Sheets, and two of his kids, and the Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Dana Council. We thank Davis-Monthan Air Force Base and the airmen who help protect our country and keep us safe.
Yes, Colonel and Commander, thank you so much. And here comes the two committee members. I can't even imagine how many hours they have put into this parade, and they have some of their families, children, grandchildren, friends all along with them here in this wagon, and they help keep all the kids corralled with Linnell Betts, wife of longtime committee member Terry Betts, and new Tucson Police Chief Chad Kasmar is in the lift here as well.
There he is, right there in the very back in that tan-colored Carhartt jacket. Good to see the chief out here. He's got a big job ahead of him. He's only been in the position a couple of months here. Coming up next, we've got the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee, the second actual memorial horse. We've got the memorial horses, and these are for members of parade committee members who have passed.
Such an important part of the parade.
Absolutely. This year, there's been two members. The first memorial horse is for Bud Credemeyer He was such a wonderful guy, a personal friend. He was an active member of the committee for more than 54 years. He was a heck of a chuck wagon chef as well. Just did so much for the committee. More than half the parade's 97 years existence, he was involved. He served numerous volunteer positions, including parade chair back in '89 and 1990. Bud, you are sorely missed. It's good to see the horse here in your honor.
Absolutely, and I know that you mentioned his cooking and
Yes.
how terrific he was and how you will miss that. And then we also want to mention the memorial horse for Bob Barnhill, the second memorial horse coming up here, a member of the Tucson Rodeo Parade for more than 15 years on the committee, and a Tucson native and graduate of the U of A, an engineer, a salesman, a publisher, a rancher raising Arabian horses. Bob Barnhill, sorely missed.
Yeah, and rocking with Bud Creedemeyer's horse was his grandchildren, Rick and Callie. On to now the Benson Pony Express, a community organization dedicated to preserving the documented traditions of the original Pony Express. Some really neat history here.
Yes, in 112 we're looking at right here, Roscoe Christopher Mud Wagon. Again, one of those historic wagons we love to see on the parade. The coach built in 1982 to 1983 by Roscoe Christopher, a past Grand Marshal and wagon master for the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee. It's a replica of the wagons that ran from the Pyramid Mines to Reno, Nevada in the 1800s.
You sure can't tell he did a great job recreating that one. Here we go, La Caliente radio station float. More than 17 years as the #1 Spanish language radio station in Tucson with a regional Mexican format. Let's take a listen to their live band. La Caliente is joined by the Hughes Federal Credit Union. They're up there too. You can wake up every day with Los Hijos de la Mañana and also enjoy some Mexican music hits all day long. La Caliente Radio is a proud media partner of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
All right, coming up now, I think that we have 114 here.
Cal Portland.
This is Cal Portland and a buggy that is truly historic. They are producing Portland Cement Company west of the Rocky Mountains and representing them. Founded in 1891, from its early years, it's remained a leader in the industry. Cal Portland's reputation coordinating product transportation, ensuring on-time delivery, and with an historic buggy to boot.
And just another reminder, today's broadcast of the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade is brought to you by HSL Properties. We appreciate your sponsorship this morning, Bert Lopez from HSL Properties. Now we've got Taco Hero, a Mexican restaurant in Tucson since 2008 with authentic Mexican food. Doesn't that sound good right now?
Oh, I'm telling you what, that sounds delicious. There are 4 different locations in Tucson, one in Vail, one in Casa Grande, one in Sierra Vista, and they have...
Look at their float. They did a great job.
Look at the big taco on front. That's making me hungry.
That looks so good.
They worked hard on this.
They did. They built themselves like a little shed right there.
Hi
with
there.
some brick laying down. Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah, they sure do. And they are up with a big smile this morning. Very nice to see Taco Hero. Okay, and coming up right behind them, Saguaro National Park. They're home to the nation's largest cacti, and actually we're going to skip on over to the 1AZ Credit Union. Yeah.
They're working to build strong neighborhoods across Tucson through the 1AZ Community Foundation. Their foundation grant supports food banks, children's health programs, and veterans organizations all throughout Tucson. You can support the 1AZ Community Foundation or apply for a grant at 1azcu.com/foundation. We appreciate Arizona Credit Union for being a part of this year's Tucson Rodeo Parade. And check out those big old orange hats they're wearing up there.
I was going to say, you got to give them credit for the foam hats. Very nice job there, guys. Good to see you. All right, now I skipped on a little fast there. I got excited going to the National Park Walkers here. They're home to the nation's largest cacti, Saguaro National Park. One of our absolute treasures here in southern Arizona. It's a very own national park, so you can enjoy a picnic, a short hike, the wilderness camping they have. Stargazing is amazing there. You can just enjoy hundreds and hundreds of saguaro. Oh, they have a little burro with them. Oh, what a precious. And then they have a group of park rangers from Tumacacori National Historic Park, Casa Grande Ruins National Monument, and the Juan Batista de Anza team.
Next up, we've got the families from Rancho de la Alegria. That's located right at the bottom below Sentinel Peak or A Mountain. They've been participating in the Tucson Rodeo for 40 years, the parade, back when the parade was in downtown Tucson. This is such a unique little spot of downtown Tucson. They've got a ranch right there at the base of A Mountain. Now participants have horses that ride along the Santa Cruz River, horses that race at Turf Paradise, Rito Racetrack, and cowboys that are ropers, and children that enjoy all the horses. There's a rich, a lot of family tradition right there walking past your screen.
Sure thing. You can tell those are some seasoned riders right there, and they got the right idea with the ponchos. That looks cozy on a morning like this.
You know, it is. It's warming up quickly though. It's feeling good.
It is. The sun. It feels great. This is true rodeo parade weather right here. And we have Little Mexico restaurant coming up now. And this is just a beautiful display. Family owned and operated, Little Mexico restaurant. It's by the parade route at 698 West Irvington, and it's been open since 1993.
Delicious food. All homemade recipes from the Estrada and Palomares family. They're open daily 6 to 9 p.m., 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Closed on Tuesdays. They also cater for all size groups and functions. Their specialty tamales, sold year-round, green corn, and red chili. How delicious does that sound this morning? They've got fresh homemade soups and menudo. So thank you, Little Mexico. It's a very popular spot for the Tucson Rodeo Parade goers.
Oh, a little warm menudo sounds really good about now. And they had those beautiful Clydesdales, too, at the front.
Please welcome the pride of the Old Pueblo Warrior Marching Band. The marching band is under the direction of Jesus Raquez. This is Pueblo High School's 62nd year in the Tucson Rodeo Parade. Tucson International Mariachi Conference and radio stations The Voice, The Groove, and Urbana are the parade sponsors of the Pueblo Warrior Marching Band. They are sounding fantastic this morning.
They sure are. As well as our broadcast sponsor, HSL Properties. Thank you so much. We are delighted to have you on board this year. Now we have the Tucson Saddle Club coming up right here. The horse is deciding, well, are we going to keep it going, or what are we going to do here?
Here we go. Now, this is a big group. Part of the group is here, but overall, they have 300 members, mainly from Tucson and southern Arizona. They are the largest trail riding group in the area and offer many organized rides and campouts for their members. The Tucson Saddle Club promotes better horsemanship, legislation that benefits horses, and the preservation, protection, and maintenance of equestrian trails, including financial support of Pima Trails and the Arizona Trail.
So if you want a little companionship on the trail, or if you want a new place to ride, just consider joining the Tucson Saddle Club. I mean, this is kind of, hi there, this is kind of what this parade is all about, and why it stays non-mechanized is because of the love of the horses and the awareness that it brings with how to treat our animals.
Oh, these animals are treated like they're kids, especially with a saddle club like this and all other participants. I mean, they love their horses. Up next, we've got 96.1 KLPX, brought to you by Trucks Only, home of the free lifetime warranty. I love the station. 96.1 KLPX is #1 in classic rock in Tucson. You can start off your day with a world-famous Frank Show. They've been waking up Tucson for more than 20 years. The rest of the lineup is Cindy on middays, Larry Mack, one of my buddies, for your drive home, and nights with Alice Cooper.
The question, I love listening to Alice.
I do too.
Oh, he's so fun. I mean, he's just like, he's not what you'd expect, right? Hey there. I mean, who is there on this parade who's not a friend of Dan Marty's? That was the question.
Frank, I love Frank. It's a great radio station, so tune in. 96.1 KLPX, a proud media sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
All right. So now we have Submarine Veterans of Tucson. This is a really cool group with their model, the USS Tucson, an active-duty nuclear-powered fast-attack submarine. Always one of the coolest things to see in southern Arizona. And they represent submariners of all eras, from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Cold War, the Gulf Wars. Riding in the buggy, current crew from the USS Tucson, Executive Officer Lieutenant Commander David Litz, Lieutenant J.G. Anthony Schlitt, Petty Officer Second Class Jose Lopez, and Petty Officer First Class Jeremy Torres.
And you can see right there on your screen, there is a replica of the USS Tucson, a submarine.
Wow.
Got a submarine in the Navy fleet named right
I'm
after
not
our city
giving
of
no
Tucson.
excuses.
That's
I'm
that's
telling
one of
you
my
the
favorite
truth.
models right
That
there.
is, that could be a prize winner.
Yeah.
Who
I
knows?
know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, you get to
all
see it in the
this.
parade. You also get to see it in the Veterans
Yeah.
Day parade. So it's they get it out and
All
about in the
this,
community
you
quite
know.
often.
All right, Jet Sports Training coming up our way. It's
All
Tucson's
this.
premier sports training facility to perform at the highest
of
level.
this, you know.
And athletes must prepare and train really hard. No other gym in Tucson trains more all-region, all-state, state champions, and all-American athletes than Jet Sports Training, they say. And their
I know you're
uh,
mad at me,
saying
Janelle.
is, this is where we cultivate champions. Here they come.
Well, here's what a champion looks like. Thanks
You're
to Jet
mad at me,
Sports Training.
Janelle.
You see, they got some weight lifts, some bells on their
Mad
flag there, their
at me,
banner,
Janelle.
and
I know
they did a
you're
little
not
decorating on their
okay,
wagon as
Janelle.
well too. So we appreciate them being in this year's
Period.
Tucson Rodeo Parade, keeping people fit and healthy. It's an important part of lifestyle.
Sure is. The Tucson Firefighters Association, near and dear to Dan Mars
Yes.
as well, here pulling those carts, the hose carts, the traditional hose carts with a horse-drawn fire wagon, just like they used to. They are accompanied by Fire Chief Chuck Ryan, Sparky, and Fireman Dan.
Thanks for being out here, Chief Ryan, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
Please believe me, Janelle. I'm telling you the truth about all this, Janelle. I really am, Janelle. Period. I'm not being mean, Janelle. I'm trying to be nice, Janelle. I really am. Janelle, I'm trying to tell you the truth that I'm not going to boss you around. Tell you the truth, Janelle, that I'm going to not boss you around, Janelle. No more. From this point forward. I promise you that, Janelle. Period. Janelle, period. Janelle, period.
It's out here today just to torture us
I
and
know.
thinking about all this
Make me hungry.
fantastic Mexican food. It's part of the Little Mexico
I'm sorry
family,
I'm
owned
doing
and
this
operated
to
by
you,
Carlos
Janelle.
Palomares and the family. All recipes are his grandmother's
Period.
traditions.
You know they're good.
The
I'll not
Estrada
do
and
this never
Palomares
again to
family.
you,
Oh, you
Janelle.
know they are.
Mhm. They've also got Angus burgers at all their
I'll
Mexican
never
food
do
sold
this
at
to
other
you, never
locations as
again,
well. Little
Janelle,
Mexico
I
Steakhouse,
promise.
a proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and I love what they've done with their wagon. They built themselves a little bar. There's a bar in there. Got
Yeah.
a complete with a bartender
That's
down in there. The
insane.
sparklies. I'm
Where-
gonna hang out on that floor.
Dan would like a sample, please.
They got
If
any
we could
margarita
just
in
stop
there?
for a moment, yeah. Up next, we have the
Please
Tournament of
promise me.
Roses Parade.
Please trust
And
me,
they'll be
Janelle.
coming
I
up
will
right behind us
will
there.
never
Now,
do
this is
this
a really
again,
they
Janelle.
know what they're doing.
I
These are
promise,
professionals. So Wayne Scott,
Janelle.
Amy Wayne Scott is the president of the 124th Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. It'll be on January 2nd, 2023. But she's making her official presidential visit to the city of Tucson, getting ready with the Catalina Foothills Falcon Band.
Yeah, the Foothills Falcon Band is the largest marching band in the state of Arizona. They've traveled worldwide, including England, China, and Australia. Here we go with the Foothills Falcon Band.
I'm sorry I've been bossing you around, Janelle. I should not been bossing you around, Janelle. Been bossing you around. It was wrong with me to do that. It was mean of me to do that. It was really mean of me to do that. To boss you around. boss you around,
So they are kicking off Division 2 of the
Janelle.
Tucson Rodeo Parade, followed by the Catalina Foothills High School
Around,
cheerleaders. There'll be 15
I'm
of
sorry.
them coming along with the marching
Period.
band. You got to give
What
these
can I do
kids
to fix
credit
this,
for working
Janelle?
so
Absolutely.
hard to
It's
prepare.
a lot of dedication. Now, they've
I will
represented
never
Tucson
do
in
this
Macy's
again,
Thanksgiving
Janelle,
Day
I
Parade
promise.
twice, and in January 2023, they will be appearing in the Tournament of Roses Parade.
And members here today include JV and varsity squads, coached by Deanne Perez and Katherine Johnson. Thank you for all your hard work, ladies.
Yeah, the Catalina Foothills High School cheerleaders. You know, good thing they're doing some walking because it's a little chilly out here. to be
Right,
wearing that.
hi. I love that nice big smile. Good for them. They do have spirit.
They do a lot of spirit. It's contagious.
It sure is. We have Laura Balderson and Dolly Doolittle. They are riders competing as Best Mounted Western Female, and they are doing a great job. They say it's good to be back in the saddle again. They love riding in the Tucson Rodeo Parade. And this ride is in remembrance of Chewy Louie and Jan Miller.
It's good to see them memorializing their friends like that. Now we've got Flint Freeman. He's the rider competing as Best Mounted Western Male. This is a genuine half-ass entry. And let me explain. The mule's name is Clarabelle. She is 32 years old, doesn't look a day over 30. And Flint, well, he's a few years older than 32. Flint, good to see you out here, buddy. They love the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and there you go.
Oh, you know, mules are the unsung heroes.
They are. They're very smart, too.
They
Good,
sure
hard-working
are.
animals.
They sure are. Okay, it's Filiberto's. You know, these are all over town. Actually, we're gonna hopefully get back to them. But 206 is here with Catalina United Methodist Church. They're in the buggy competition today. They were founded on April 16th in 1922, celebrating 100 years of ministry to Tucson and Southern Arizona.
That's a lot of time. Please join them on April 24th at 2700 East Speedway for a celebratory church service at 10 a.m. and a citywide open house from 11 to 2 p.m. There will be the unveiling of a commissioned painting of the church by Diana Medeiros, as well as food trucks, campus tours, and just great to have Catalina United Methodist Church in the parade this year.
Guess what? It's the soul of Tucson,
Yes.
Casino del Sol, created with one thing in mind, providing folks with extraordinary service and amenities in a setting that is truly unique to the Southwest. And one of our partners,
Absolutely.
too.
Every Thursday we do our Heart and Soul segment, and Casino del Sol provides $300 gift card to those. Now we've got the Door Church. They're competing as music, so we got some band members up there on their wagon serving Tucson and the world since 1973. They would like to remind everybody that God so loved the world, He gave His only Son, that whoever believes in Him will not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16, if I remember correctly. In an
What can I
uncertain
do
world,
to
God's
fix
love
this,
for
Janelle?
Tucson never changes.
Because
You
I
can
feel
visit them
bad
at
what
their
I
new
did
facility
to
at
you.
2950 East Irvington, or go to www.door.church.
This, Janelle.
We have the Therapeutic
feel
Ranch
bad what I
for
did to
Animals
you.
and Kids coming up here next. They do very important work.
What
And
I
this
did
is
to
at
you,
TRAC.
Janelle.
It's
What
a
can I do to fix this?
501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to
Janelle, what
strengthening
can I do
kids
to
and
fix
community
this?
through animal interaction. We know how important that can be. TRAC focuses on creating an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of that human-animal bond. And so they do horseback riding lessons,
I
equine
feel really
therapy
bad,
services,
you
camps,
know.
birthday parties, volunteering, everything to get people together with animals.
You can visit them at www.tucson.org.
Bad what I
Look
did
at
to
this.
you.
The Roadrunners in the house.
Hey there.
The Tucson Roadrunners Hockey
What I
Club, proud
did to
affiliate of the
you.
Arizona Coyotes, proud to bring professional
Janelle.
hockey to the Old Pueblo. Love
So
going to
can
these
you tell me what
Roadrunners
I
games. They're so much
can
fun.
do
You can
to
visit
fix this?
TucsonRoadrunners.com to learn more about their upcoming games, ticket packages, and more.
What I
It
can
is so
do
much
to
fun. The
fix this?
electricity in the air when you're inside that arena is just an absolute blast.
Janelle.
Your favorite feathered friend, Dusty. Can't wait to see you there. Thanks for being out here, Dusty.
Dusty blowing us some kisses there. I think they're in a good mood. They've been doing a great job, great season, and we're proud to have them here in town. Now we have Legacy Traditional Schools. Hi! They've got a chant going. They got the whole deal. They are full of energy this morning, and they're competing as Creative Float. They worked very hard on that. Hey!
Oh, hey,
It's
we're
a
getting the
hat.
A
Thank
foam
you
hat.
so
Thank
much.
you.
A sparkle hat. We
From
love
Legacy.
it.
That's
Thank
a great
you, Legacy. They're committed to helping each of their students win in and out of the classroom. They continue to be the highest rated K through 8 school network in Arizona, they say.
And then you can visit legacytraditional.org for more information. Now we've got located in Reed Park and attracting over
don't want you to
500,000
get
visitors
mad at me,
annually to the Reed
Janelle.
Park Zoo.
I just
One of my
want you to
favorite
let me
spots.
know
I
what
love
can
to
do
see
to
the
fix
videos
this,
they
because
put
I
out
feel so
almost
bad
on a
what I
daily
did
basis.
to you.
Keep up with the animals, 250
Janelle.
of them from around the world at Reed Park Zoo. And through May 15th, the zoo presents Dinosaur Discovery. You can walk along with moving, roaring, prehistoric giants so lifelike, you will swear they were real.
And now we got Ballet Tucson, Tucson's only professional dance company. Each season, they entertain Southern Arizona community with historic classics. You can join Ballet Tucson for its reinvigorating spring concert, April 1st through the 3rd. Visit ballettucson.org for details and tickets.
And now we have the Mountain View High School Band, the pride of Mountain View. Let's listen in.
Okay, I'll leave you on for now.
Will Forster
Janelle.
and Nick Jaime. Bear Marana Greenhouse. Proud sponsors of Idaho High School Band. I should say as a pride of Mountain View. Glad to have Mountain View High School here.
We sure are. They did a great job. And now we're moving on to the
VFW Post,
DFW.
yes. 102.54 and 3 points. They're honored to represent patriotism, Americanism, and showing honors to our national flags, to service members, POWs, MIAs, and KIAs killed in action. They honored the team by assisting with veteran memorial services, parades, and anything that involves vets and our national flag. So thank you for supporting their veterans, past, present, and future, and our first responders and frontline workers. Thank you to the VFW Rangers Mounted Color Guard.
We are grateful for the work you do. It is so important. And now we have Teen Challenge of Arizona in the buggy competition. They have 30 folks walking along here, providing youth, adults, and families
I do feel
with
bad for
comprehensive
you.
Christian faith-based solutions to
I do
life-controlling
feel bad for
problems
you,
to become
Janelle.
productive
I do.
members of society. And boy, we know that is needed more than ever.
Yeah, this is an incredible
Janelle, I
organization.
do.
Teen Challenge endeavors to help people become mentally sound, emotionally balanced, and socially adjusted.
Janelle, I do.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
I really do feel bad what I did to you, Janelle. What I did to you, Janelle. 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 I do feel bad. I do.
And welcome back to our broadcast of the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade, brought to you by HSL Properties. Here's Daniel Perez and Jose Nunez representing Pancho Villacana. This riding group of amigos been riding together doing benefit pilgrimages for more than 20 years. A great group of guys.
A big group of riders, and boy, they know what they are doing, no doubt about it. Some excellent horsemen there. And now we have 94.9 Mix FM in the buggy there. Check it out, 94.9 Mix FM. Wake up with Greg and Mira in the morning from 5 till 9, kicking off the workday from 8:30 till 9:30 with nonstop music.
Here we go with the Burt Martin Foundation for the Fox Theater. Fox Theater is more than 90 years old. I love the Fox Theater. It's a staple of downtown Tucson. It's a treasured historic landmark. Today it hosts live music, comedy shows, film screenings, family community events spread across 9 different genres of arts and culture. Presenting tens of thousands every year, representing the Fox Tucson Theater is the place to be with artists to see. It's such a gorgeous theater inside. They did so much work on it quite a few years ago, brought it back to life. You can visit foxtucson.com for a full lineup of activities headed their way.
I mean, try to imagine downtown Tucson without the Fox Theater. Hey, you really can't do it.
When I first moved here, it was closed, and I always thought, boy, what a neat place this would be. And they brought it back to life, and it is. It's a fun place to go to concerts, any kind of event they've got there.
We're so glad they did. And speaking of mules, a little earlier, Dedicated Dental Service They've got a wagon here for Dr. Manuel C. Bedoya. He's been serving the Tucson community for 46 years. That's a long time to practice.
He's cleaned a lot of teeth.
Yes, he has. That's it. 4001 South Mission Road. And hey, tell him that you saw him in the parade when you go in. A big thank you to Red and Julie Wyckoff for those.
Okay, I will stop being creepy to you.
Dedicated dental service. Boy, thank Doc.
Will stop being creepy to you,
Next
Gino.
up, we got the Tucson Mormon Battalion Monument Foundation. They're also competing in the historical category. During the Mexican-American War, the Mormon Battalion entered the Presidio of Tucson on December 16th, 1846, as part of the U.S. Army of the West. They had a peaceful exchange with the local merchants and raised the first American flag over Tucson. The next day, they continued their march to San Diego. Their history, their story is just fascinating to read. You should read up on that. They broke a wagon trail from Iowa to California, which later became the route of the Butterfield Stage, Southern Pacific Railroad, and Interstate 10. So they literally paved the way to the west.
They did, and to this parade. 35 years in the parade. Let's listen in.
Up next, we've got Pyramid Federal Credit Union, the wagon. They're competing in the Creative Float division. Pyramid Federal Credit Union serving Tucson and Pima County for over 92 years. Wow, 2022 is the year to save. Pyramid wants to help you start with great savings programs.
I'm sorry
they've
being
got more
creepy
beautiful
to
Clydesdales.
you,
I just
Gino.
love to see the hundreds of horses.
I'm
who
sorry
come
being
through, and
creepy
they've
to you,
been
Gino.
very well behaved so far this year. They're doing
I will
a
stop being
great
creepy to
job, and I think they probably enjoy a little bit cooler weather.
you. Will
here, too.
stop
Hi,
being
guys.
creepy to
You know,
you
it's
now,
nice to see all the
Gino.
marshals along the parade route for safety reasons. And yeah, they take safety incredibly important
Yeah, a
here.
lot of organization. They had the year off for COVID, and now we are so glad that we are back for the 97th. Let's go back out now for the Greater Southern Arizona chapter of the 9th and 10th Cavalry Association. And they, during settling the West, the Buffalo Soldiers, as you may remember, served as postmen, constructed roads, telegraph lines, protected settlers, and maintained law and order along the U.S.-Mexican
I know I'm being
border.
creepy to you,
Such an
Gino. I will
important part of our
stop
history, and because of their
being
service,
creepy.
they played a prominent role in the Arizona Territory actually becoming a state, which we
Yes.
just celebrated the anniversary of
Yeah.
recently.
On Valentine's Day, to honor the great accomplishments of the Buffalo Soldiers, a memorial has been created at the Quincy Douglas Neighborhood Center. We appreciate the Greater Southern Arizona chapter of the Cavalry Association. So thank you guys for being out here. We really appreciate it, preserving the history. So much history with the Buffalo Soldiers. And we want to remind you today's broadcast of the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade brought to you by HSL Properties, founded right here locally. They've been building communities for more than 50 years across southern Arizona, founded by local resident Humberto Lopez. Bert, we appreciate your sponsorship this morning.
We sure do. Great to have you on board HSL. Now, Tucson UPS stores, Rockin' K Ranch, they're rolling by in their UPS store sponsored float. Whether you're looking for printing, mailboxing, notarizing, packing, all those things in between, you can keep your small business afloat. No horsing around.
No pun intended.
Their wagon and team are provided by the historic Rockin' K Ranch right
Okay,
here in
Gino.
Tucson. We love keeping it local in this parade.
Absolutely. Speaking of horsing around, boy, did you get that whiff?
I missed it. I guess I'm the lucky one, huh?
Yeah, the wind shifted just a tad bit.
Coming up now, the League of Mexican American Women. Now, this is, we're still on UPS store, but I just want to mention that after they pass by here, you will notice that the League of Mexican American Women, they've been doing this parade also, just like the Mormon group we just saw, the battalion group just saw coming through here. They've been doing this 35 years plus as well. So that's a lot of dedication.
You know, it's neat. We're right here along the road, and you see these families that are out here lining the streets. Some of them have been coming, for generations. You meet people who come out here for 30, 40, 50 years, and it's just really one of those things. Grandma comes out, mom and dad come out, the kids come out as well.
It's so neat. Well, speaking of the League of Mexican American Women, it's a nonprofit organization. Throughout the year, they host fundraisers. They award scholarships to help students fulfill their dreams. You've probably heard about some of those scholarships. And one of the fundraisers is the 54th annual Fiesta in Cochamico, and that is really important to their year of fundraising. Florecitas and Botecitos, they are the girls who are participating in the Fiesta, and I'm trying to say this correctly, Xochimilco. And they are beautiful today. Wow, looking great.
Look at those dresses. I mean, those look almost like wedding dresses. They're so nice. League of Mexican Women Voters. You know, I've been to a few of their events over the years, and they are a wonderful organization. They do a lot for the community. We sure appreciate you getting up and joining us this morning for the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. Our broadcast brought to you by HSL Properties. And the sun is really starting to warm things up. I've already ditched the jacket. I'm sure you'll be ditching that here pretty soon.
Oh, I actually kind of enjoy it more when there's a little bite in the air, and when we get up in the morning, and we're so fortunate we didn't have all that rain come through this morning, because
by one day.
Oh yes, and all the wonderful paper mache and the paper flowers and all the decorating that go into these floats. It's such a labor of love. It would have been a shame to see that destroyed by rain. Not that we're not happy to have the rain, but it turned out great this
Perfectly.
year.
We didn't get any rain on our parade. And, you know, I actually parked my truck in the driveway last night. I had frost on my windshield this morning. I had to break out. I don't have an ice scraper, so credit card works really well.
Credit card works. That sure is. We've got another marching band coming up our way. Oh, we're looking at some of the crowds now. Did you see that adorable Isabella who did the bell ringing at the beginning? She had her pink cowgirl hat. She was 6 years old. She was precious. Well, here we have our home school, Canyon del Oro High School Green Machine Marching Band. Proud of you guys. The band is under the direction of Mrs. Rainey.
Okay, Janelle. I understand why you sent that text.
Hello. They've had a spectacular year, too. They finished 9th out of 26 bands this fall in the Arizona Marching Band Association Division II State Championships. They're so happy to be participating once again in the rodeo parade.
You know, we've got a pretty big lull right here, so I'm going to ask our producer, Christopher Francis, if this would be a good time to take a break as we wait for the next entry to come up. And again, our broadcast of the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade brought to you by HSL Properties.
I totally agree with you, Janelle, in that text. I totally agree with you in that text, Janelle. Yeah. I totally agree with you in that text, Janelle. I totally agree with you in that text, Janelle. Janelle.
On Rodeo Parade, our live coverage this morning on KOLD brought to you by HSL Properties.
Yes, and coming up now our way, Marana FFA. Janelle. 40 walkers, 15 riders.
I'm not jealous,
this is a youth organization that helps change lives. It prepares its members for premier leadership, personal growth, career success, and helps them develop their potential with lots of hands-on experiences.
Johnson
is a
nice guy.
It's all about real-world success.
And And Johnson
I'm
is
from a
very
small town
kind
in
too.
Oklahoma, Pawnee, Oklahoma, and FFA was a really big organization
Johnson's very
in my high
kind
school. I was
too.
never a member, but a lot of my buddies were, and
Janelle.
they do a lot of wonderful work for the kids. It teaches them responsibility, how to take care of their animals, how to feed them, everything, the whole gamut. They're raising them from young ones all the way to where they sell them at the sale barn and stuff like that at the fair.
Well, we grew up in rural areas, both of us, and I grew up in Iowa, so same thing. It really helps to shape young lives. And that's what we're seeing a lot of today, is a lot of these groups that really make our youth stronger.
Yes.
It's really neat. Well, we've got a little gap. Sometimes the horses say, I don't think so. Not today. They have to be coaxed into continuing along.
But we sure appreciate you joining us for the 97th Annual Tucson
I'm
Rodeo
not
Parade.
jealous.
97 years of
telling the
tradition.
truth,
Our
Janelle.
broadcast to you this morning brought to you by HSL Properties.
Janelle.
We'll be taking a quick break, and when we come back, we will continue our live.
Janelle, I'm telling you the truth. I'm definitely not. Janelle, I'm not jealous. Period. Janelle, period.
Street, a constant celebration of the way life's meant to be, and it brings us all together where the mountain ranges meet. Sing it, AZ, my home, Southern
AZ, my home.
Welcome back to the 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. Our broadcast coverage brought to you this morning by
I'm
HSL
definitely not
Properties.
jealous, Janelle.
Yes, and we have here the Tucson Army
I'm
Recruiting
telling
Company
the truth, Janelle.
walking
I'm
and
not
marching
jealous.
proud here on the parade route for 2.5 miles around the rodeo grounds. And of course, as you know, they help young men and women begin their careers in the U.S. Army in fields like aviation, mechanics, engineering, signals, communication,
I'm not
as well
lying,
as combat
Janelle.
arms.
I'm
And
telling
if
the
you want more
truth,
information,
Janelle.
they have 4
I'm not
locations here and
jealous.
around Tucson. It's something kind of top of mind on a day
The
like
truth.
this.
It
I'm
is,
not
especially when we've got the
jealous.
stuff going on in Ukraine and Russia.
Janelle,
We
I'm
appreciate your
telling the
service. Thank
truth.
you so much for helping to protect our country. When I was around when I graduated high school, I talked to the recruiters for the Army. Went over to Denver to the MEP station and did all that stuff, and almost joined. I wanted to get in warrant officer flight training and WAF school.
Okay,
and,
Janelle,
becoming a
I'll quit
helicopter
making
pilot
you
like
feel
my dad. But
jealous.
actually, my dad's like, no, you got to go to college.
Janelle.
Go to college. So anyway,
Aw.
I came close, this close to joining the Army, but really appreciate their service. Thank you so much for being out here today.
We sure do.
97 years of tradition, Brooke. I'm so honored and just proud to be a part of this.
Don't
and
make
to
me
see
feel
everybody so
jealous,
excited. It
please
is a
don't.
perfect morning for a parade now that the sun is shining brightly.
It feels really good out here, and I want to talk about your service to the rodeo committee here in a second, but let's just talk a
Janelle.
little bit about what things were like when the
Janelle.
rodeo parade started. So here's the deal. The Arizona Daily Star reported 25 stills were captured and an estimated 300 gallons of moonshine destroyed.
Okay, Janelle.
T-bone steaks,
Message you
27
later.
cents a pound.
Wow.
I love
Prices
you.
at the 1925 rodeo parade included a 750-pound block of ice,
Yo.
because ice was at a premium, 100 pounds of potatoes, or a big, quote, big cactus ham. I don't know what that entailed.
It sounds good though, doesn't it?
Okay, I will
Just
stop
on that. The
bugging you,
first parade was
Janelle.
led by Major
I love
Neustadter,
you.
Tucson's veteran parade leader, followed by the band of the 25th Infantry from Nogales. Next was the platoon of reserve officers unit, polo players, cowboys and
Sure.
cowgirls, buggies, wagons, Indians, and lastly behind the 10th U.S. Cavalry from Fort Huachuca. Imagine what it was like back in 1925 in downtown Tucson with this big old parade.
And now we have up to 200,000 people who come out. We could see so many of them along the parade route this morning. So
Sure.
excited to see about 500 horses, about 1,500 people along with them, and there are 21 prizes to be given out in several categories: creativity and history and most comical flow. We've seen a couple of those along the way here, so it's just such a fun tradition here in Tucson.
And it's a lot of work. You know, we talk about the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee. They do all this on volunteer basis. They spend countless hours putting on this parade for us to enjoy. We just really want to thank the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee for all the hard work you do, and also to the Tucson Rodeo Committee for bringing the rodeo to us as well. Hey, we're going to take a quick break on this 97th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. Our coverage brought to you by HSL Properties. We will be right back.
That was a very scary dream you had about me, Janelle, last night. Janelle. That was a scary dream you had about Jonathan, Janelle. Yeah, I forgot about. Yes, I forgot, Janelle. Period.
I think they have the wrong number here of what we're looking at.
Well, they got the 4 riders and the walkers, but look at their old traditional uniforms out here too.
Oh wow, that's something to see, isn't it?
They can assist the Tucson Army Recruiting Company. They assist young men and women to become careers in the United States as well. But I love the old uniforms, and you can even see they've got their guns on the side of their saddles right there. They're falling into formation as we speak. So.
And I think what happened there is we had the modern day group on foot.
Yes.
And then we had maybe just a small hiccup there with some of the horses with the riding group in the traditional uniforms. So that's why we kind of had to break it up there. But, you know, I just want to call out Dan Mares really quickly here and talk about your new role. And what an honor to be an honorary board member
of the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. You know, in the past, it was really difficult to become a member. You had to be asked, then you had to volunteer for a couple of years. You know, they've changed things up as society changes. And so they asked me this year if I would be interested in becoming an honorary member. I said absolutely. And then the committee members have to vote. And if you get one no vote, you are not on the committee. And I believe there's around 35 to 40 committee members. So then I'm thinking, have I ever made anybody mad in the past? Anybody can say no. But I really appreciate the Rodeo Parade Committee for giving me this honorary title, and I wear it proudly. And it's just, it goes back to just being a part of this wonderful tradition. And thank you so much for letting me be part of it.
Well, we congratulate you on that. We're very proud of you. And, of course, past Grand Marshal as well. He wears the bolo tie proudly.
That was 2014, and that was a fun year. I had my family come out from Colorado, Oklahoma, San Diego.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a lot of us on the float there. And actually, you know, we keep on saying our broadcast coverage is brought to you by HSO Properties, founded by Humberto Lopez. Humberto Lopez is also a former Grand Marshal of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Oh, really? Now it all comes together. Okay, well, that's really cool. We were proud of you, proud of Humberto. It's really such a great tradition. So now we want to introduce the U.S. Border Patrol Horse Unit. And they have a little slowdown here at the train tracks, but hopefully they're going to come across here. And we've got some glare here, but I'm trying to see them. Looks like they're holding up here for just a second, and I'll tell you about them. The United States Border Patrol's Horse Patrol Unit It's been protecting our nation's borders since 1924. Mounted agents deployed in the most remote areas of the Tucson sector, covering all of southern Arizona from Douglas to Ajo.
Oh, wow.
And as you know, we tell their stories pretty much every day on the news
Yes.
of things that they are doing, and it is very dangerous work.
You know, it is pretty fascinating to think about when your job. Most of us have our 8 to 5 job in an office. A lot of us do anyway. And these guys are out on their horseback in these remote areas. So now we've got. We're going to be talking more about the mounted patrol from the Border Patrol. But coming up next, we've got entry number. It looks like 303.
Okay, so we got a little bit out of order. See, this is the thing about having a non-mechanized parade. That means the non-mechanized portions may not always do exactly what you planned, and that is okay because we love the horses. This is Apperson Plumbing Services going by
That's
here.
my buddy Jeff up there.
Well, hey there, Jeff. Good to see you. And now the Border Patrol says, all right, we're going to come on down. Let's go back and tell you a little bit while they make their way up the street here. We'll tell you a little bit more about Apperson Plumbing and Dan's buddy Jeff here. They are a small locally owned and operated business serving all of southern Arizona since 1949, both residential and commercial. And boy, this parade is all about keeping it local.
Yes, our local businesses. So when you see these local businesses, you know, they put in some money, they rent these floats, and they want to be part of a Tucson community event like this. So it's important that we support our businesses who support these local events like the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
You know, they also say they are hiring.
Yes,
I mean, so many of these we're seeing come by here. If you want to support these local businesses and you know someone who needs a job, pointing them in their direction is a way you can help.
And I'm sure the Border Patrol is hiring. They've always got agents looking for more agents. The United States Border Patrol's Horse Patrol Unit, again, founded in 1924, helping protect our borders and secure the borders. Mounted agents are deployed in the most remote areas. I can't imagine some of the things these guys and girls see out there on those mounted horses.
Okay. Sorry I didn't early. Because I have to make another phone call to my church friend right now. So yeah. So, thanks for watching. I might do another Instagram live stream and Facebook and YouTube live stream tomorrow sometime during the day here. Sometime during the day or actually not tomorrow. Tomorrow sometime in the evening tomorrow. Probably around 6:30, 7 p.m. tomorrow Tucson time. And friends watching KO the News 13 Tucson Word Parade 2022. Word Parade here after that, then waiting on weather time. And play games on my TV here. And hang out. And stuff like that. So, join me on Instagram tomorrow. W5 on Instagram, on YouTube, and my YouTube channel here, on my church YouTube channel here tomorrow. And stuff like that. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. And see you guys tomorrow on my live stream. Bye, guys.